Robert Frank, a trailblazing photographer and filmmaker, revolutionized documentary photography and visual storytelling, leaving an indelible mark on the art world. His life's narrative is one of resilience, artistic innovation, and a profound exploration of the human condition. Born on November 9, 1924 in Zurich, Switzerland, Robert Frank's early life unfolded amidst the backdrop of a tumultuous Europe between the two world wars. His upbringing was marred by the rise of fascism, economic instability, and the looming specter of war. These formative experiences instilled in him a sense of restlessness and a desire for artistic expression. Frank's passion for photography emerged during his teenage years when he appeared with various photographers and printers in Switzerland. His artistic inclinations prompted him to seek opportunities beyond the confines of his home country. In 1947, at the age of 23, Frank embarked on a journey to the United States, setting sail on what would become a transformative voyage. Upon arriving in America, Frank initially worked as a fashion photographer, honing his technical skills while absorbing the diverse cultural tapestry of the country. However, his artistic vision transcended the confines of commercial photography. Immersed in the vibrant and dynamic landscape of post-war America, Frank was deeply moved by the social realities, disparities, and the nuances of everyday life. His seminal work, The Americans, published in 1958, stands as a testament to his perceptive eye and groundbreaking approach to documentary photography. Traveling across the United States for 2 years, Frank captured a poignant visual narrative that unveiled the complexities and contradictions of American society. His candid and unfiltered images portrayed a raw, unvarnished truth: poverty, segregation, alienation, and the mundane aspects of daily existence. Frank's photographic style deviated from the established norms of the time. He eschewed formal compositions, opting instead for spontaneous and often blurry shots that captured the essence of fleeting moments. His use of grainy film, unconventional angles, and focus on marginalized communities challenged the prevailing conventions of photography, ushering in a new era of visual storytelling. Beyond his iconic photography, Frank ventured into filmmaking, producing documentaries that echoed his keen observation of society. His films, such as Pull My Daisy and Cocksucker Blues, reflected his unconventional approach, capturing the essence of countercultural movements and challenging societal norms. Robert Frank's artistic evolution is a testament to his radical departure from traditional photography, ushering in a new era of documentary and artistic expression that resonated far beyond the confines of the medium. Frank's early career in the late 1940s and early 1950s saw him working as a fashion photographer, honing his technical skills while immersing himself in the vibrancy of post-war America. However, his artistic vision surpassed the confines of commercial work. His experiences in Europe and his subsequent immersion in American culture profoundly influenced his perspective and approach to photography. The turning point in Frank's artistic evolution came with his monumental work, The Americans. Between 1955 and 1956, he embarked on an extensive journey across the United States, capturing an intimate and unfiltered portrayal of the American landscape and its people. The resultant photographs challenged the prevailing notions of post-war American life, revealing a poignant and often gritty reality that diverged from the idealized imagery often depicted in mainstream media. Frank's photographic style was groundbreaking. He eschewed the polished and posed aesthetics of conventional photography, opting instead for a raw and unvarnished approach. His images were characterized by spontaneity, blur, and unconventional framing, reflecting a visceral and candid documentation of human experiences. Using his high-contrast grainy film and his emphasis on capturing the overlooked moments of everyday life defined the norms of photographic composition. Throughout The Americans, Frank focused on themes of alienation, racial segregation, economic disparity, and the loneliness of modern existence. His photographs transcended mere documentation, delving deeper into the emotional and psychological landscape of the nation. Each image was a potent visual commentary, evoking a spectrum of emotions and challenging viewers to confront uncomfortable truths about American society. Following the publication of The Americans in 1958, Frank's work had a profound impact on the trajectory of documentary photography. His unconventional and deeply introspective approach revolutionized the genre, inspiring a new generation of photographers to embrace spontaneity, authenticity, and a deeper exploration of the human condition. Beyond photography, Frank ventured into filmmaking, further expanding his artistic horizons. His films echoed the same spirit of experimentation and rebellion against traditional narratives, capturing the essence of countercultural movements and societal complexities. Robert Frank's artistic evolution stands as a testament to his unwavering commitment to truth-telling through his lens. His departure from conventional norms redefined the possibilities of documentary photography, leaving an enduring legacy that continues to inspire artists and challenge the perceptions of the world around us. At the core of Frank's creative process lay a keen sense of observation. He immersed himself in his surroundings, absorbing the nuances of people, places, and cultures. His innate curiosity allowed him to connect with the essence of his subjects, enabling him to capture the unguarded moments that revealed the depth of human experience. Frank's creative process revolved around spontaneity and unpredictability. He eschewed the conventional norms of formal composition, preferring to embrace the unexpected and the unscripted moments. His photographs often carried a sense of immediacy, capturing fleeting emotions and incidents that reflected the complexities of life. A hallmark of Frank's work was his ability to intuitively capture the emotional essence of his subjects. His lens didn't merely document scenes, but delved deeper, revealing the subtleties of human emotions, loneliness, joy, despair, and resilience. He sought to evoke an emotional response in his viewers, inviting them to engage with the raw, unfiltered reality of his images. Frank was a pioneer in pushing the boundaries of photographic expression. His creative process involved continuous experimentation with film, light, and composition. He explored unconventional techniques, such as using high-contrast grainy film, blurred imagery, and unusual angles to evoke a visceral response and challenge the traditional aesthetics of photography. Central to Frank's process was the selective curation of moments. He meticulously chose images that, when sequenced together, formed a narrative, a visual story that transcended individual photographs. This deliberate storytelling approach gave depth and resonance to his work, creating an emotional and intellectual dialogue with the audience. Despite the spontaneity in his approach, Frank engaged in reflective contemplation and iterative refinement. He revisited his images, often reevaluating and reassessing their emotional impact and compositional integrity. This reflective practice allowed him to distill the essence of his artistic vision. Robert Frank's creative process was a fusion of intuition, empathy, and a relentless pursuit of truth. His unorthodox approach challenged the norms of photography, fostering a new way of seeing and engaging with the world, and redefined the possibilities of visual storytelling in a deeply profound and emotive manner. Annie Leibovitz, born in 1949 in Waterbury, Connecticut, emerged as one of the most influential photographers of her generation, renowned for her iconic portraits and insightful visual storytelling. Leibovitz's fascination with photography began during her teenage years. She enrolled at the San Francisco Art Institute in the late 1960s, where she honed her skills and embraced the vibrant counterculture of the era. Her early influences were eclectic, drawing inspiration from the diverse artistic and cultural milieu of San Francisco, including the burgeoning rock music scene and the social upheavals of the time. Her career took a pivotal turn when she started working as a photographer for Rolling Stone magazine in 1970. This marked the beginning of her illustrious journey, capturing the essence of the 1970s counterculture and iconic figures in music, entertainment, and politics. Leibovitz's immersive approach to photography allowed her to develop a distinctive style characterized by intimate yet evocative portraits that went beyond mere celebrity snapshots. Her tenure at Rolling Stone provided Leibovitz with a platform to create images that transcended mere documentation, capturing the essence of her subjects with raw authenticity and emotional depth. Her ability to establish a rapport with her subjects, coupled with her innovative use of lighting and composition, set her apart and propelled her into the realm of renowned portrait photographers. Throughout her early career, Leibovitz's electric influences and experiences, immersion in counterculture, exposure to diverse artistic expressions, and her work with Rolling Stone shaped her photographic style. Her ability to capture the essence of her subjects, whether rock stars or political figures, in a way that transcended the traditional boundaries of portraiture, laid the foundation for her groundbreaking contributions to photography. Annie Leibovitz's early works were shaped by a confluence of diverse influences that left a profound impact on her artistic development and contributed to the evolution of her distinctive style in photography. The San Francisco counterculture. Leibovitz's formative years in San Francisco during the 1960s immersed her in a vibrant countercultural movement. The city's bohemian atmosphere, artistic experimentation, and social revolution profoundly influenced her perspective. This environment instilled in her a sense of openness, creativity, and a willingness to challenge conventions. Her exposure to this counterculture set the stage for her later approach to photography, encouraging unconventional compositions and an intimate connection with her subjects. Music and rock culture. Leibovitz's immersion in the music scene in the 1970s significantly shaped her early works. Her tenure at Rolling Stone magazine allowed her to capture iconic moments and personalities in rock music. Her portrayals of musicians such as the Rolling Stones, John Lennon, and Bruce Springsteen not only portrayed the individuals but also conveyed the spirit and energy of the music scene. These images became iconic representations of the era and showcased Leibovitz's ability to infuse her portraits with the essence of the music culture she was immersed in. Photographic mentors and techniques. Early mentors like Ralph Gibson and Robert Frank influenced Leibovitz's technical approach to photography. She learned about composition, lighting, and the nuances of storytelling through images from these mentors. Their guidance helped her develop a keen eye for capturing candid and intimate moments, laying the groundwork for her signature style of candid, yet artfully composed portraits. Literature and visual arts. Leibovitz's broad range of influences extended beyond photography. She drew inspiration from literature, art, and cinema, incorporating elements from these mediums into her visual storytelling. Her ability to imbue her images with narrative depth and visual symbolism reflects the literary and cinematic influences evident in her work. The amalgamation of these influences, counterculture ethos, immersion in rock music, mentorship, and a multidisciplinary approach to the arts, shaped Leibovitz's early works. Her ability to capture not just the physical presence but the essence of her subjects, whether celebrities or countercultural figures, reflected her unique blend of artistic influences and contributed to her distinctive style in photography. These influences laid the foundation for her later iconic portraits and narrative-driven imagery that defined her illustrious career. Annie Leibovitz's artistic style is defined by a blend of intimacy, storytelling, and a unique ability to capture the essence of her subjects. Her distinctive techniques and approaches have made her one of the most influential portrait photographers of our time. Intimate portraiture. Leibovitz's portraits often possess an intimate quality that allows viewers to connect deeply with the subject. Her ability to establish a personal rapport with her subjects contributes to the candidness and vulnerability seen in her portraits. For instance, her photographs of John Lennon and Yoko Ono, taken for Rolling Stone magazine, captures a raw and intimate moment between the couple, reflecting their bond and vulnerability. Narrative and symbolism. Leibovitz's photographs frequently convey narrative depth and symbolic meaning. She infuses her images with elements that tell a story beyond the surface. For example, her portrait of Demi Moore, famously taken while Moore was pregnant, challenged traditional notions of celebrity portraiture and became an iconic representation of pregnancy and femininity. Leibovitz is known for her innovative use of composition and lighting. She often plays with unconventional angles and settings, creating visually striking and thought-provoking images. Her photograph of Whoopi Goldberg submerged in a bathtub of milk is a testament to her creativity in setting up a unique and visually arresting composition. Capturing personality and essence. One of Leibovitz's greatest strengths is her ability to capture the essence and personality of her subjects. Whether photographing political figures, actors, or musicians, she goes beyond capturing their physical likeness, delving into their character and essence. Her portraits reveal the complexity and humanity of her subjects, transcending mere celebrity representation. Diverse range of subjects. Leibovitz's versatility extends to a wide range of subjects. From celebrities and politicians to cultural icons and everyday individuals, she portrays diverse subjects with equal depth and empathy. Her ability to humanize her subjects, regardless of their fame or background, is evident in her body of work. Leibovitz's artistic style is characterized by her ability to merge technical skill with a deep understanding of her subjects, resulting in images that are both visually captivating and emotionally resonant. Her groundbreaking approach to portraiture, combined with her storytelling prowess and technical mastery, has solidified her status as a visionary in the realm of contemporary photography. Annie Leibovitz's career is rich with iconic works that have left an indelible mark on contemporary photography. Several projects and images stand out for their significance, influence, and lasting impact within her body of work. Rolling Stone covers, 1970s to 1980s, Leibovitz's tenure at Rolling Stone magazine defined her early career and significantly influenced the world of photography and popular culture. Her covers, particularly those featuring musicians and cultural icons, revolutionized the concept of celebrity portraiture. Images like her portrait of John Lennon and Yoko Ono, taken hours before Lennon's tragic death, became emblematic and remained deeply ingrained in popular consciousness. These covers captured the essence of the era's counterculture and set new standards for celebrity portraiture. The Women Series, 1999. Leibovitz's Women Series was a groundbreaking project that sought to portray the diversity and strength of contemporary women. Through a collection of portraits featuring influential women from various fields, including politics, entertainment, and sports, Leibovitz celebrated the multifaceted nature of womanhood. The series aimed to redefine the visual representation of women, showcasing their achievements, complexities, and contributions to society. The project was not only artistically significant, but also culturally influential, sparking conversations about gender representation and empowerment. Disney Dream Portraits, 2007 to 2014. Leibovitz's collaboration with Disney for the Disney Dream Portraits project reimagined classic Disney characters with contemporary celebrities. These whimsical and visually stunning photographs brought together iconic figures from entertainment with beloved Disney characters. The project blended fantasy with reality, creating enchanting and imaginative portraits that resonated with audiences worldwide. Beyond their artistic significance, these images became part of pop culture, bridging the worlds of Hollywood and fantasy in a visually captivating way. Personal work and autobiographical series. Leibovitz's personal projects and autobiographical series, including her book Annie Leibovitz at Work and the series exploring her family life, offered a glimpse into her personal and professional journey. These works provided insight into her creative process, challenges, and reflections on her career. They demonstrated Leibovitz's ability to blend personal storytelling with artistic exploration, offering a more intimate perspective on the acclaimed photographer. Each of these projects contributed to Leibovitz's legacy as a visionary photographer who transcended traditional boundaries in portraiture. Her ability to capture the essence of her subjects, her groundbreaking approaches to storytelling, and her impact on visual culture cement her position as a trailblazer in contemporary photography. Annie Leibovitz has garnered extensive recognition and accolades throughout her career, reflecting her profound impact on photography and popular culture. Exhibitions. Leibovitz's works have been showcased in prestigious exhibitions worldwide, including major retrospectives at renowned institutions such as the National Portrait Gallery in London, the Brooklyn Museum, and the Smithsonian American Art Museum. These exhibitions provided audiences with an extensive overview of her iconic portraits, personal projects, and contributions to contemporary photography. She received the International Center of Photography's Lifetime Achievement Award in 2009, honoring her outstanding contributions to the field of photography. This acknowledgement celebrated her influential career and artistic innovation. Leibovitz was designated as Commander-in-France d'Or des Arts et des Lettres, one of the country's highest cultural honors, recognizing her significant impact on the arts and culture globally. The Library of Congress awarded Leibovitz with the prestigious American Portrait Gala Lifetime Achievement Award in 2019, acknowledging her lasting influence on portraiture and visual storytelling. Retrospectives and exhibitions dedicated to Leibovitz's work allowed audiences to delve into her prolific career, offering a comprehensive view of her evolution as a photographer. These exhibitions not only celebrated her iconic portraits, but also highlighted her impact on shaping contemporary photography. Awards, such as the International Center of Photography's Lifetime Achievement Award and the Library of Congress recognition, reaffirmed Leibovitz's status as a trailblazer in the art of portraiture. These honors recognized her groundbreaking contributions, innovation, and lasting influence on the art world. The cultural significance of being honored with France's Ordre des Arts et des Lettres emphasized Leibovitz's international reach and her role as a cultural ambassador, bridging boundaries through her art. These acknowledgments underline Leibovitz's enduring legacy as an influential photographer whose innovative approach to portraiture and visual storytelling transcends artistic boundaries. They validate her impact on contemporary photography and cultural discourse, affirming her place among the most influential artists of our time. Peter Lindbergh stands as an influential figure whose lens revolutionized fashion photography. His unique approach, characterized by rawness, authenticity, and departure from conventional standards, propelled him to the forefront of the fashion world. Born on November 23, 1944, in Lisa, Germany, now Leszno, Poland, Lindbergh's formative years were shaped by the post-war cultural landscape. His upbringing in Duisburg, Germany, fostered an appreciation for the arts and ignited his passion for photography at a young age. Lindbergh's artistic inclinations led him to study paintings before transitioning to photography. His early career began in the 1970s, marked by collaborations with German Vogue and Stern magazine. It was during this time that he developed his distinctive style, characterized by its emphasis on natural beauty and authenticity. Lindbergh's upbringing amidst post-war Europe instilled him in a profound sensitivity to the human experience. This sensitivity would later become a hallmark of his photography, as he sought to capture the essence of his subjects beyond superficial aesthetics. His artistic influences stemmed from various sources, including the works of Van Gogh, German Expressionism, and the raw honesty found in documentary photography. These influences shaped his artistic vision, steering him towards a style that celebrated the authenticity and natural allure of his subjects. Lindbergh's early career in the 1970s and 1980s marked the emergence of his signature style. He diverged from the prevalent, glamorous, and highly retouched fashion photography of the time, instead focusing on capturing the raw, unfiltered essence of his subjects. His approach emphasized natural beauty, genuine emotions, and the individuality of the models, setting a new tone in the fashion industry. Lindbergh's artistic evolution challenged the prevailing norms of fashion photography. He sought to move away from the overly stylized and perfected images, opting instead for unadorned beauty and authenticity. His iconic black and white portraits often showcased models without heavy makeup, retouching, or excessive styling, allowing their natural features and personalities to shine through. Lindbergh's evolution involved a shift towards narrative-driven photography. He aimed to tell stories through his images, capturing moments that transcended fashion itself. His photographs often possessed a cinematic quality, evoking emotions and narratives that resonated beyond the pages of a magazine. Lindbergh's impact extended far beyond the confines of fashion photography. His work challenged the established norms of beauty, diversity, and ageism in the industry. He advocated for inclusivity, casting models of different ages, ethnicities, and backgrounds, thereby influencing a more diverse representation of beauty and fashion. Lindbergh's artistic evolution and his legacy continue to shape contemporary fashion photography. His emphasis on natural beauty, authenticity, and storytelling reverberates through the work of many photographers who seek to capture the genuine essence of their subjects rather than conforming to conventional standards. Lindbergh's creative process commenced with conceptualization and storytelling. He aimed to create narratives within his photographs, moving beyond mere fashion imagery to convey emotions, depth, and authenticity. This often involved developing a storyline or a theme that would guide the visual narrative. Central to Lindbergh's creative process was his emphasis on authenticity and natural beauty. He sought to strip away the artificially and excesses of the fashion industry, opting for unfiltered and unretouched images. His preference for minimal makeup, simple styling, and genuine expressions allowed the true essence of his subjects to shine through. Lindbergh aimed to evoke emotions through his photography. He believed in capturing moments that revealed vulnerability, strength, or depth in his subjects, fostering a genuine emotional connection with the viewer. This involved building rapport and trust with the models to bring out their authentic selves in front of the camera. Lindbergh's images often possessed a cinematic quality. He employed cinematic techniques, such as dramatic lighting, unconventional angles, and evocative compositions to imbue his photographs with a sense of storytelling. This approach added depth and narrative to his work, creating images that transcended the realm of fashion. Peter Lindbergh's personal life was intricately woven into his artistic journey, shaping his perspectives and influencing his creative vision. While he maintained a private persona, glimpses of his life revealed a man driven by a passion for authenticity, a commitment to breaking stereotypes, and an unwavering dedication to his craft. Lindbergh's personal life intersected with his professional career, where his artistic vision left an indelible mark on the fashion industry. His commitment to diversity, inclusivity, and portraying women with depth and character reshaped the standards of beauty in fashion photography. Beyond his lens, Lindbergh was an advocate for embracing individuality and natural beauty. He challenged the ageism and superficiality prevalent in the fashion world, seeking to capture the essence of his subjects regardless of age, ethnicity, or societal conventions. Lindbergh's legacy extends far beyond the boundaries of fashion photography. His relentless pursuit of authenticity and his ability to capture the raw, emotive essence of his subjects earned him acclaim as a visionary artist. His impact on the industry and his reflections on the nature of beauty and authenticity continue to inspire a new generation of photographers and creatives. Herb Ritts, a renowned American photographer, emerged as a prominent figure in the realm of fashion, celebrity portraiture, and fine art photography. His influential work during the late 20th century revolutionized the perception of photography as an art form. Born on August 13, 1952 in Los Angeles, California, Ritts was raised in a creative environment. His father, a businessman, and his mother, an interior designer, fostered an appreciation for art and aesthetics in their home. Ritts' exposure to the vibrant art scene of Los Angeles and his family's support for his artistic pursuits laid the foundation for his future career in photography. Ritts studied economics and art history at Bard College in New York, but was particularly drawn to photography. His fascination with the visual medium grew during his college years, where he honed his skills and experimented with photography as a means of artistic expression. During the late 1970s and early 1980s, Ritts began his professional career in photography. He initially worked in the music industry, capturing portraits of musicians and bands, and his breakthrough came with a series of portraits of his friend, actor Richard Gere, which gained widespread acclaim brought Ritts recognition for his unique style. Ritts' early influences were diverse, blending elements from classical art, fashion, and Californian upbringing. The natural beauty of the California landscape, coupled with the allure of Hollywood glamour, shaped his artistic sensibilities. He drew inspiration from classical sculpture and the human form, often integrating elements of light and shadow to accentuate the physicality and grace of his subjects. His approach to photography combined elements of fine art, fashion, and commercial photography, blending aesthetic beauty with a profound understanding of form, composition, and visual storytelling. His minimalist yet powerful compositions and use of natural light became hallmarks of his style. Ritts' early years were marked by a fusion of artistic influences, a passion for photography, and a growing interest in capturing the essence of beauty and grace. These formative experiences and influences played a pivotal role in shaping Ritts' distinctive photographic style and paved the way for his meteoric rise as a celebrated photographer in the worlds of fashion, celebrity, and fine art. Herb Ritts' early works were shaped by a multitude of influences that profoundly impacted his artistic development, forging the unique style that would come to define his photography. California aesthetic and landscape. Growing up in Los Angeles, Ritts was immersed in the beauty of the California landscape. The vibrant, sun-soaked environment, with its striking contrasts between light and shadow, influenced his understanding of light and its effect on form. The luminous quality of natural light in California became a hallmark of his work. For instance, his famous photograph, Fred with Tires, 1984, captures the play of sunlight on the subject, emphasizing both the physicality and the sculptural quality of the human form against the backdrop of radiant light. Classical art and sculpture. Ritts drew inspiration from classical art and sculpture, particularly the works of artists like Michelangelo and Rodin. He admired the grace, elegance, and timeless beauty found in classical sculptures, which influenced his approach to portraying the human body. Ritts' photograph, David Copperfield, 1988, featuring the magician posing in a classical manner, echoes the aesthetic of classical sculpture, emphasizing the beauty and strength of the human physique. Fashion and Hollywood glamour. Ritts' exposure to the world of fashion and Hollywood glamour had a significant impact on his photography. He captured the elegance and allure of the fashion industry, blending elements of high fashion with his signature visual simplicity. His portraits of models and celebrities often exuded a sense of effortless sophistication and timeless elegance. For example, his iconic photograph of supermodel Cindy Crawford, 1992, on the beach, showcases a harmonious fusion of natural beauty and fashion, editorial encapsulating Ritts' ability to combine high fashion with a relaxed, natural setting. Minimalism and composition. Ritts' works often embraced minimalism and composition. He had a keen eye for clean lines, simple backgrounds, and striking contrasts. This minimalist approach allowed his subjects to stand out, emphasizing their physicality and presence. His photograph, Versace Dress, 1990, exemplifies this approach, featuring a stark minimal background that highlights the elegance and grace of the dress and the model. These early influences collectively shaped Ritts' artistic vision and photographic style. His ability to capture the interplay of light and shadow, sculptural beauty of the human form, fusion of fashion with natural elements, and minimalist compositions became defining aspects of his work. These influences lay the groundwork for Ritts' distinctive visual language, elevating his photography to an intersection of art, fashion, and timeless beauty. Herb Ritts produced several seminal works that significantly impacted photography, fashion, and portraiture. Some of the most notable and influential projects in his career include celebrity portraiture. Ritts' portraits of celebrities such as Madonna, Michael Jackson, Richard Gere, and Jack Nicholson are among his most iconic works. His ability to capture the essence and personality of these figures revolutionized celebrity portraitures. Ritts' portraits were characterized by their timeless elegance and ability to convey the humanity of his subjects. For instance, his photograph Jack Nicholson, London, 1998, reveals a contemplative moment capturing the actor's introspection. These images redefined how celebrities were portrayed, moving away from mere glamour shots to more intimate and insightful representations. Fashion photography. Ritz's contributions to fashion photography were groundbreaking. His collaborations with supermodels like Cindy Crawford, Naomi Campbell, and Christie Turlington set new standards for elegance and sophistication in the industry. His ability to merge haute couture with natural aesthetic was evident in photographs like Valentino Dress 1990, showcasing fashion in a relatable and accessible manner. Ritz's fashion photography emphasized the beauty of both the attire and the models, redefining the genre with its simplicity and grace. Ritz's exploration of the human form in the fine art and nude studies added a layer of artistic depth to his portfolio. His images of nude or semi-nude figures, such as Fred with tires, transcended the boundaries between fashion art and the human form. These images celebrated the sculptural beauty of the body, often bathed in natural light, and highlighted the aesthetic harmony between the subjects and their environment. Ritz's foray into capturing the energy and movement of musicians and dancers expanded his artistic repertoire. His photographs of musicians like David Bowie and Tina Turner conveyed the dynamism and passion of their performances. His ability to freeze moments of action and emotion in these images added a new dimension to music and dance photography, illustrating the intensity and emotion of live performances. Each of these projects contributed significantly to Ritz's body of work, showcasing his versatility and innovation across different genres. Their artistic significance lies in Ritz's ability to transcend mere documentation and create images that resonated with viewers on an emotional and aesthetic level. These works have had a lasting influence on photography, fashion, and portraiture, redefining conventions and setting new standards for elegance, intimacy, and visual storytelling within the medium. Herb Ritz garnered widespread recognition and acclaim for his contributions to photography, fashion, and portraiture. While his accolades were not numerous in traditional award formats, his impact and influence on the art world were profound. Ritz's works were exhibited extensively in prestigious galleries and museums globally. Notable expositions include retrospectives at institutions like the Museum of Fine Arts, Boston, and the J. Paul Getty Museum in Los Angeles. These exhibitions offered viewers an immersive experience, showcasing Ritz's iconic photographs and their artistic significance, and the context of these exhibitions provided a comprehensive overview of his career, highlighting his evolution as a photographer and his enduring impact on the art of visual storytelling. Several monographs and publications dedicated to Ritz photography cemented his legacy. Publications like Herb Ritz's Work and Herb Ritz's LA Style served as a comprehensive collection of his works, offering insights into his artistic vision and showcasing his influence on photography and fashion. These books not only celebrated his contributions but also served as educational resources, influencing future generations of photographers. Ritz's influence extended beyond the confines of traditional awards. His impact on popular culture, fashion, and photography was substantial. His photographs graced the covers of esteemed magazines like Vogue, Vanity Fair, and Rolling Stone, influencing trends in fashion and visual aesthetics. The images he created became cultural icons, setting benchmarks for elegance and sophistication in photography. Ritz's lasting influence on the art of photography is perhaps his most significant acknowledgement. His minimalist aesthetic, mastery of light and shadow, and his ability to capture the essence of his subjects have inspired countless photographers. His impact on fashion photography, celebrity portraiture, and fine art photography remains evident in the works of contemporary artists, showcasing the enduring relevance and significance of his contributions. While Herb Ritz did not receive numerous formal awards, the recognition he gained through extensive exhibitions, publications, cultural impact, and enduring influence within the art and fashion worlds underscored his profound impact on the art of photography. His legacy is measured not only in awards, but also in the transformative influence he widened in shaping the visual landscape of his era and beyond. Catherine Oppie, born in 1961 in Sandusky, Ohio, emerged as a prominent figure in contemporary photography, renowned for her compelling portraits and landscapes that explore themes of identity, community, and societal norms. Oppie's early years were shaped by a mix of rural upbringing and exposure to diverse cultural influences. Raised in a working-class family in the Midwest, she developed an appreciation for the American landscape and its nuances. However, her environment also fostered a sense of being an outsider due to her lesbian identity, which later became a recurring theme in her work. Her interest in art blossomed during her teenage years, and she found solace in photography, initially exploring the medium through a Kodak Instamatic camera. This early experimentation ignited her passion for image making and storytelling through visual narratives. Oppie's academic journey further nurtured her artistic inclinations. She pursued her education at the San Francisco Art Institute and later earned an MFA from the California Institute of the Arts. These formative years in art school exposed her to diverse perspectives, critical theory, and the rich art scene of California, which would profoundly influence her artistic development. Her early influences were diverse, drawing inspiration from various sources, including the works of documentary photographers, queer subculture, and the visual language of American portraiture. These influences, combined with her personal experiences as a lesbian artist exploring themes of identity and belonging, laid the groundwork for her distinct artistic voice. Opie's upbringing in the Midwest, coupled with her immersion in the vibrant art scenes of San Francisco and Los Angeles, fostered a unique perspective that informed her later photographic explorations. Her early years laid the foundation for her to become a trailblazing photographer known for her insightful and thought-provoking visual narratives on identity, community, and the American landscape. Catherine Opie's early works were profoundly shaped by the convergence of influences that spanned her personal experiences, artistic education, and the cultural landscape over time. These diverse influences left an indelible mark on her artistic development, shaping both her thematic explorations and her approach to photography. Queer identity and subculture. Opie's experience as a lesbian artist navigating the queer subculture in San Francisco significantly impacted her early works. Her exploration of gender, sexuality, and identity became central themes in her photography. For instance, her series Being and Having featured intimate portraits of her friends within the LGBTQ+ community depicting alternative forms of identity and relationships. This exploration with marginalized communities reflected her personal experiences while challenging societal norms. American portraiture and documentary photographer. Opie was influenced by American portraiture traditions and documentary photography. Her compositions often drew from the visual language of classic portraiture, showcasing a sense of dignity and intimacy in her subjects. However, she subverted traditional norms by portraying subjects outside the conventional social and gender norms, presenting a more diverse and inclusive representation of contemporary American society. Landscape and place. Growing up in the Midwest instilled in Opie a deep appreciation for the American landscape and notions of place. This connection to the land influenced her landscape photography, particularly her series American Cities. Through these expansive landscapes, she explored the complexities of urban spaces and the relationship between people and their environments. The vastness and solitude depicted in these works often carried a sense of longing or contemplation. Opie's academic training, especially her at the time of the California Institute of the Arts, exposed her to critical theory and diverse artistic practices, and this education broadened her artistic horizons, encouraging her to experiment with different techniques and conceptual frameworks. It also nurtured her ability to critically engage with social issues and infuse them into her art. The convergence of these influences facilitated Opie's development of a unique visual language that blended documentary, portraiture, and landscape photography. Her early works laid the groundwork for a career that dedicated to exploring themes of identity, community, and the American cultural landscape. The personal, social, and artistic influences converged to shape her distinctive style and subject matter, setting the stage for her influential contributions to contemporary photography. Catherine Opie's career is marked by several significant works that epitomize her artistic brilliance, thematic depth, and societal impact. Three notable projects stand out for their artistic significance, influence, and relevance within her body of work. Being and Having. This photogenic series explores the diverse identities within the LGBTQ+ community in Los Angeles. Through intimate and evocative portraits, Opie provided a nuanced and emphatic portrayal of individuals within the queer community, showcasing their uniqueness and challenging stereotypes. The series celebrated diversity, offering a counter-narrative to mainstream representations of gender and sexual identity. Its significance lies in its role as a catalyst for discussions of representation, acceptance, and the complexities of personal identity within the marginalized communities. Being and Having established Opie as an artist who deftly navigated social commentary with compassion and authenticity. Domestic. This series examined the concept of home and domesticity through photographs and empathy, empty interiors devoid of human presence. Opie explored the societal expectations and gender roles associated with domestic spaces, challenging traditional notions of family and home life. The absence of inhabitants in these spaces raised questions about identity, belonging, and the pressures of conforming to societal norms. Domestic served as a thought-provoking commentary on the complexities of personal identity and relation to societal constructs, further solidifying Opie's reputation for inclusive societal critique through visual storytelling. Freeway. In this series, Opie captured vast landscapes on freeways and urban environments, showcasing the American landscape's starkness and anonymity. The photographs depicted desolate highways and expansive vistas, symbolizing the solitude and disconnection prevalent in contemporary American society. By portraying these spaces devoid of human presence, Opie prompted viewers to contemplate the alienating aspects of urban life and the isolation within communal spaces. Freeway highlighted Opie's skill in capturing the essence of societal landscapes and the emotional resonance they evoke, further underscoring her ability to merge personal and societal commentary within her art. These projects showcase Opie's artistic versatility, depth, and commitment to addressing societal issues related to identity, community, and place. They challenged societal norms, expanded dialogues on representation and belonging, and established Opie as a photographer who delved into the complexities of personal and collective identities within contemporary American society. Their enduring influence continues to resonate within her body of work and within broader discussions on art, identity, and social dynamics. Catherine Opie has received substantial recognition in the art world through exhibitions, awards, and critical acclaim, affirming her significance as a contemporary photographer. Opie's works have been showcased in prestigious institutions globally, including the Museum of Contemporary Art, Los Angeles, and the Guggenheim Museum in New York, the Whitney Museum of American Art, and the Hammer Museum. Her inclusion in major international expositions, such as the Whitney Biennale and the Venice Biennale, has highlighted the global impact and relevance of her art in contemporary discourse. Opie received the United States Artist Fellowship in 2006, recognizing her exceptional contributions to the field of visual arts. The fellowship supported artists across various disciplines and celebrated Opie's innovative approach to photography. She was honored with the Smithsonian's Archives of American Art Medal in 2016, acknowledging her significant influence on the American art and culture. Opie was elected to the American Academy of Arts and Letters in 2019, an esteemed honor recognizing her outstanding achievements and contributions to the arts. Inclusion in major exhibitions at renowned institutions validated Opie's place in contemporary art history, underscoring her significance as a photographer exploring themes of identity, community, and societal constructs. Awards such as the United States Artist Fellowship and recognition from institutions like the Smithsonian highlighted the critical acclaim and cultural impact of Opie's art, solidifying her position as a pioneering artist challenging conventions and contributing to cultural dialogue. Opie's induction into the American Academy of Arts and Letters affirmed her lasting influence on the art world, emphasizing her enduring legacy and contributions to shaping the discourse on contemporary photography. These acknowledgments not only celebrated Opie's artistic prowess, but also elevated the discourse around her art, emphasizing its relevance and influence within the art market and broader cultural spheres. Her recognition within the prestigious exhibitions, institutions, and through notable awards highlighting her enduring impact in contemporary art and the recognition of her contributions to the artistic landscape. Stephen Meisel, a highly influential and celebrated fashion photographer, rose to prominence for his innovative and transformative contributions to the fashion industry. Moreover, details about his personal life and early years are not extensively publicized, as Meisel remains a relatively private person. Born on June 5, 1954 in New York City, Meisel grew up with a passion for art and a keen eye for aesthetics. His childhood experiences and upbringing significantly shaped his artistic inclinations, although specific details about his early life remain largely undisclosed. It's known that his fascination with photography began at a young age, and he cultivated his skills beyond the lens from an early age. Meisel's artistic journey likely commenced during his formative years, where he might have immersed himself in the vibrant artistic environment of New York City, drawing inspiration from its diverse culture and creative energy. His exposure to the avant-garde art scene, museums, galleries, and fashion culture of New York City likely played a pivotal role in shaping his artistic sensibilities. In his pursuit of photography, Meisel might have undergone formal training or engaged in self-directed study to refine his craft. His early influences might have encompassed various artistic mediums, ranging from fine art to fashion and popular culture. Meisel's propensity for innovative and boundary-pushing photography likely evolved during these years, setting the stage for his groundbreaking career. However, Meisel is famously private, maintaining a low profile and rarely sharing personal details or experiences publicly. Consequently, specific anecdotes or detailed insights into his childhood, familial background, or early influences are not extensively available in the public domain. Despite this, his impact and contributions to the fashion photography landscape have been profound and enduring, establishing him as an iconic and influential figure within the industry. Stephen's early works were profoundly influenced by a diverse array of artistic, cultural, and societal factors, which significantly shaped his evolution as a groundbreaking fashion photographer. Growing up in New York City, Stephen was exposed to a rich tapestry of artistic movements from avant-garde art to pop culture. The city's vibrant artistic energy likely fueled his creativity. The city's museums, galleries, street art, and fashion culture could have served as a wellspring of inspiration for Meisel's burgeoning artistic vision. Stephen might have drawn inspiration from various art forms, including painting, sculpture, and classical photography. Influences from artists like Richard Avedon or Irving Penn, renowned fashion photographers, might have shaped his aesthetic sensibilities. Elements of composition, lighting, and the portrayal of beauty and style might have been informed by his appreciation for fine art. Stephen's formative years in the 1960s and 1970s coincided with significant societal changes, including the rise of counterculture, the women's liberation movement, and shifts in beauty standards. These cultural movements might have been influenced by Meisel's inclination towards pushing boundaries in fashion photography, challenging norms, and redefining beauty ideals. Stephen's surroundings in New York City immersed him in a world of fashion and pop culture. The city's dynamic fashion scene and the ever-evolving trends might have inspired his innovative approach to fashion photography. His early exposure to fashion magazines, runway shows, and the iconic personalities of the era likely played a role in shaping his understanding of style and glamour. As Stephen honed his craft, he might have experimented with different techniques, styles, and visual narratives. This period of exploration could have been instrumental in defining his unique photographic style, characterized by boldness, narrative depth, and an ability to capture the zeitgeist. Stephen's artistic development was a culmination of these multifaceted influences, amalgamating into a distinctive visual language that challenged convictions in fashion photography. His ability to merge artistic sophistication with societal commentary and his knack for presenting unconventional beauty with elegance and impact became hallmarks of his work. The amalgamation of these influences laid the groundwork for Stephen's influential and transformative career in fashion photography, positioning him as a visionary within the industry. Stephen's prolific career in fashion photography encompasses numerous influential projects that have left an indelible mark on the industry. Some of his most significant works and projects include Meisel's extensive collaboration with Vogue Italia spans decades, producing iconic covers and groundbreaking editorials. His contributions to the magazine redefined fashion photography, introducing innovative concepts, unconventional beauty, and narrative depth. Notably, his Makeover Madness editorial in 1984 challenged beauty norms by transforming models into fictional characters, showcasing his penchant for storytelling and visual narrative. Versace campaigns. Meisel's collaboration with Versace became legendary, producing memorable campaigns that epitomized opulence and glamour. His work with the fashion house, particularly the campaigns featuring supermodels like Linda Evangelista, Christie Turlington, and Naomi Campbell, became emblematic of the 90s fashion excess and high glamour. The imagery combined sophistication with edginess, influencing fashion aesthetics globally. Madonna's Sex Book. Stevens' collaboration with Madonna on her controversial Sex Book 1992 was a bold departure from traditional fashion photography. The book, a fusion of art, erotica, and fashion, featured provocative and boundary-pushing imagery that challenged societal norms. Meisel's contribution to this project showcased his ability to push artistic boundaries and create a cultural conversation around sexuality and empowerment. Meisel's work with Calvin Klein, particularly the iconic campaigns in the 90s, redefined the brand's image and influenced fashion advertising. His minimalist yet evocative approach captured the brand's sensuality and sophistication, exemplified in campaigns featuring Kate Moss and Mark Wahlberg. These campaigns set new standards for advertising, emphasizing raw emotion and intimacy. Throughout his career, Meisel utilized fashion photography as a platform for social commentary and critique. Projects like Water and Oil editorial 2010 for Vogue Italia lacked environmental issues, utilizing fashion imagery to raise awareness about sustainability and conservation. These ventures showcased Meisel's ability to merge fashion with thought-provoking concepts, adding depth and substance to his work. Meisel's significant work revolutionized fashion photography by blending artistic innovation, narrative depth, and societal commentary. His collaborations with prestigious publications and fashion houses reshaped the visual landscape of the industry, setting new standards for creativity and sophistication. These projects not only influenced fashion aesthetics, but also challenged societal norms, solidifying Stevens' status as a visionary photographer and storyteller within the fashion world.